The Crimson Fists, another epic successor chapter of the Imperial Fists. Now, when Games Workshop announced the new 40k edition, 11th edition just being around the corner, they also previewed what some of the new miniatures would look like in the colours of the Crimson Fists. And of course, many of you have reached out and said, Dan, can you please give us a slap-chop/speed painting tutorial for the Crimson Fists? So that is what we are doing today in today's painting tutorial. I'm Dan, and this is Heresy is My Therapy. Yes, the Crimson Fists, here we go, folks. Now, of course, it's very important that you get a very good prime on your miniature. It's set, it's based, it's good to go. I'm going to be using the Colourforge matte black and matte white to give me a nice Zenithal style base. For those of you that are doing the slap chop process, work through your usual slap chop routine of going from black, grey to white, and really focus on getting the whites on those highlighted areas to really make your miniature pop. And of course, with the Zenithal, you're going to get that effect anyway, no thanks to the absolutely amazing work that the Colourforge produce. Once you're happy with your base, we're then going to go into our speed painting, and this is where we're going to be using Beowulf Blue. There's no requirement to thin this down with any water or with a medium. It's just 2 coats of Beowulf Blue all over the power armor of this miniature. Again, 2 coats is going to give that richness that you want. When you apply that first coat, you will think it's quite light, but the second coat of Beowulf Blue is really going to give you that deeper blue that you know and love. Once you're happy with the 2 coats, you're then going to move on to 3 parts Spirit Medium or Lahmian Medium, okay, or Contrast Medium, whichever you want to use, to 1 part Army Painter Tyrian Navy, okay, Tyrian Navy. This is going to be like a wash, a nice deep blue wash that kind of really gives it that iconic Cantor blue looking effect that you get with the Crimson Fist. Very different to the Ultramarines. It's like a much deeper navy blue, which is lovely. So yes, 3 parts Spirit Medium to 1 part Tyrian Navy, and it's just 1 coat all over the miniature. Once that's dried and you are content that it's all dried, please make sure that your miniature is dried. Hopefully, if you're doing this, you are indeed batch painting, but please make sure this is dry before you move on to the next one, because you are going to be using your dry brush, and you're going to be dry brushing all over the miniature with Baron Blue. Again, Baron Blue, a lovely blue that just it's just a lovely lighter blue that you can apply over your miniature. Again, just nice and light dry brush. Feather dust it. Remember we talked about some of the Zandri dust dry brushing in previous videos. We just want to feather dust over the miniature. Okay, so remember, we get loads of paint in our brush, we take absolutely all of it off, and we slowly build those layers with a lovely feathered dry brush. Once you've done that, we're going to grab some Ulthuan Grey, and just at the tops of the miniature, top of the head, top of the shoulders, top of the knee, to the where the light would be, we're just going to very lightly dry brush with Ulthuan Grey. Again, very lightly, very delicately, feather dusting, okay? Feather dusting. Don't overdo it, okay? Start light and you can slowly build from there. Next, we're going to the absolute iconic part of the Crimson Fist, and that is their Crimson Fist. Now, I did a little bit of research on this one, and you can either do 1 fist, 2 fists, 1 left fist, 1 right fist, whatever you want to do. Okay, but in essence, here's the simple recipe for a nice Crimson Fist for your Crimson Fist. You're going to simply do 2 coats of Murder Scene. Okay, Murder Scene is a lovely dark crimson color from the Army Painter Speed Paint range. Okay, Murder Scene, 2 coats of. Once you've then done that and you're happy, you're then going to, like we did before with the Tyrian Navy, 3 parts Speed Paint Medium, so 3 drops, 3 drops of Spirit Medium or Lahmian Medium to 1 part Dusk Red. Okay, Dusk Red. So 3 parts Lahmian Medium to 1 part Dusk Red, and you're just going to apply that on those areas that you've applied your crimson to. It's just like a wash. It's going to sit in there and really give that richness to the crimson that we know and love. Once you've done that, we're going to take our Flare Red. This is from the Dark Arts paint range, and you're just going to a very, very light dry brush once again of Flare Red. If you haven't got a Flare Red, there's plenty of different reds to it, but just a bit of a lighter red just over that to give it a nice little highlight. So now we're going to move on to our weapon and armor joints. This is where we're basically going to be using Grim Black. Again, just two coats of Grim Black over your armor joints, over your gun casing on the miniature. All right, really simple. Again, just 2 coats of this is all you're going to need. 1 coat, you'll feel like it's a little bit blotchy. 3 coats is going to be too much, but 2 coats is the right amount for your armor joints and the gun casing of his bolt gun. Next, we're going back to our ultramarine grey, and we're just very, very lightly, once again, we're just going to dry brush all over those areas with ultramarine grey. So ultramarine grey, a nice simple dry brush over those areas that we've just done. And then finally, just to kind of taper it back a little bit, we're just going to get our classic liquid talent on Nuln Oil, and just again go over those areas with Nuln Oil nice and gently, just to kind of dull it down just a little bit. Once we're done, we're going to move on to his belt kit, the kind of webbing that he carries on his persons. And again, very, very simple formula to get a nice effect for the kind of like the webbing, the leather that you've got. All we're going to do for this is, oh dear, where are we? Belt kit, yeah. So Satchel Brown. Again, Satchel Brown, you don't need to kind of thin this down or anything like that. It's a really lovely brown. It's rich, it's a heavy color, but when it sits nicely on that miniature, oh, the brown that it comes out of is really, really lovely. So Satchel Brown, 1 coat of this is all you're going to need. If you want to go deep with it, you can apply a second. That's no problems at all. Once again, please make sure that this is dried before you apply your Zandri Dust or your Shapti Bone dry brush over the top of that. And again, it's really, really important that you, 1, let the paint fully dry, and 2, that you take all of the paint off your dry brush before applying the dry brush of Zandri Dust or your Shapti Bone over the miniature. It is imperative. Too much and it will absolutely saturate and ruin it. And you just work from a very, very small amount, feather dust it, and slowly, but it will just give a really lovely scratch-like effect on the leather and a really simple highlight. If you really want to, you can apply some Agrex Earthshade just to kind of give it more depth should you wish to. But if you're going for a bit more speed and you're happy to have that kind of 3 feet look, then you don't need to do that. Okay, once that's done, we're then going to do the kind of the metal work on the miniature. So really, really simple. I use gun metal. Again, I'm a painter, gun metal, super, super easy to apply. Again, just on the gun casing, handles, any sort of metal work that you want on the miniature. If you want to on some of the buttons, you can do, but gun metal is perfect. As this is a Crimson Fist, you're going to put it on the eagle, on the crest. So the crest on his chest plate is also going to be in gun metal as well. Again, allow that to dry, and you're just going to put a layer or 2 of liquid talent Nuln Oil back over those areas. Super, super light, super easy, but also gives a nice depth to our metal on our miniature. Once you've applied the 2 coats of Nuln Oil, again, make sure that it is dry. Please, please, please make sure it is dry. You're then going to do a nice dry brush, or if you want to edge highlight, you can do, of Shining Silver. Just gives a really nice little highlight. And again, if you highlight or dry brush with Shining Silver and it goes onto the metal work of the weapon casing, doesn't really too much. It kind of gives it a bit of a chipped paint look anyway, so you're not really losing out at all. So yes, Shining Silver is what you're then going to dry brush over your areas that you've applied the gunmetal and Nuln Oil to. So eyes, again, we do like a bit of the old eyes. We're almost, and again, really simple, really easy to do technique for our Crimson Fist. So eyes are next. All eyes that we do for eyes is literally white dot in the islands, or a white dot in the islands, followed by a coat of blood red. So 1 coat of blood red. If you want to do 2, you can do. And then a very, very light coat of murder scene in the eyes as well. So white dot, blood red, murder scene. Easy as that, and you'll just get a really nice effect. If you feel like you want if you want a little bit more from your eyes, you can do. Just go back and put another tiny little white dot back in the eyes, and again, if you want to, just apply something like either a yellow or a red over it again. No problems whatsoever. And that's basically it done. Again, it's super easy to do. It's going to get a great event, but it's not going to win you any sort of golden demon painting competitions at all. But what it will do is give you a nice 3-foot rule, and for a blanket amount of miniatures on the tabletop, I think it will look really, really nice. Super easy to do. The only problem with this one is just drying time. But if you are batch painting your Crimson Fists, this is going to be a really quick and easy way for you to get your Space Marines looking awesome on the tabletop. Before we go, very quick word from today's video sponsor. Heretics, it is time to elevate your brush game, which is why I have partnered up with Foxbite Hobbies. These guys have got an incredible range of products, from synthetic brushes all the way to Kolinsky saber brushes, and a plethora of accessories to make your hobby journey easier, faster and smoother. Better yet, these guys are going to give you an extra 5% off any order on their web store with code HERESY. Click in the link below, get your 5% off, get some amazing brushes to make your hobby journey even better. Right, back to today's tutorial. Those Foxbite brushes, you'll love to see them. Now, of course, finally you'll see the finished product here. There's an overlay right now as we speak of the model all completely done. As you see, I have, of course, done a little bit of basing on him. All I've simply done is use Agwalan Badlands. I then dry brush with some Dandry dust, popped a bit of flock in it, and for the rim, it's just Catachan flesh. Okay, really simple basing for the miniature. Agwalan Badlands is just one of those that are just super easy to apply. Works really well. You can dry brush over it, dries relatively quickly. Hot tip for your technical paints, for your basing, grab a hairdryer and just literally, it will half the time of it will literally half the time it takes to dry. Little hot tip for you there, no problems at all. So yes, there you go guys, that is our Crimson Fist all done. Hopefully you have found this video useful. As I say before, all the paints that you need will be in the description below, and hopefully they flashed across the screen each time so you've been able to see which ones you're going to use. Anyway guys, that's me signing off for now. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.